Good everybody, and welcome to Kampala Road. Today, I'll get on it quickly, is about the top 10 purchases I've made which I've never opened, and that's here in Australia over the last 3 years. Pretty appalling track record. Accurascale, Hornby, Heljan, Dapol, with some honourable mentions. So let's get on with it. Okay, first one is this Bachmann, not that one, the Bachmann 105. This I bought I think in 2018, so doesn't really qualify for buying it here, but it's still in the box, never opened. And I should. BR Blue, something I really do need on my layout. Number 9 is this one, the, what is it, 122 from Dapol. Got it for about £89 from Rails, I think, about 3 years ago, maybe 79. Again, should be on the layout. Yep, never opened, bit of dust. Sacrilege. I can hardly reach it. Number 8 is the A2 Thompson, and that's Edward Thompson. Got that in the Hatton's fire sale for £89, so I think it landed here in Australia for about £89 too. Remarkable for a loco that is $220, I think, when it came out. And that is the sister loco Chamazet. They are really good, despite all the criticism. Superb running bits of machinery. I got that in the Hatton's fire sale for I think about £109. Okay, with the arrival of the Cavalex 56, the Hornby ones were put on special. This was regarded as a really good model when it came out. I've got the red stripe, which I had a few problems with grease that was hardening on the gearbox. Haven't got this one out, so I don't know if it's got the same problem. Got this for about 119 landed cost Australia. Yeah, and I've got some merry-go-rounds to go with it, but guess what? Haven't opened them either. This is a odd one. The Bachmann 9F in BR Green, Leicester City, which I believe is a preserved loco. Had this for 2-3 years, never opened it. I think I got it for about 80 quid. Never opened, would love to, but I've been using the railroad version. That's the Hornby railroad version. Again, it's preserved loco, I believe, which I think they've changed the name since. They got confused with the P2. Yeah, that was £50 with a decoder on board, and it runs really well. I put it in the previous video a couple of weeks ago. Right, alright, Heljan Class 45. I held off buying that when it came out, really wanted one, but I know with Heljan that you wait, well, 2-3 months and then they start slashing prices. So I think I got this for 120 landed cost here in Australia. I can't remember which shop, Hatton's, Rails, Kerno, I think it may have been Kerno. But yeah, looking forward to getting that one going eventually. My Class 40 is in Uganda, unfortunately. This is where we get to really bad stuff and how slack I've been, or unenthusiastic is my hiding space for that. This is the new uprated 47 from Bachmann. That's the BR Blue version. Got 2 of them. One is in the Intercity Swallow. I took to Uganda recently, and that is in that collection over there. Yeah, 2 of them, both of them not opened. So both my versions are not the espresso making type, but the instant coffee making type. They got sound, but not deluxe. Let's have a look. This is the BR Blue, I think. I think the Swallow went to Uganda. Yep, she is. And yet I've got my Heljan oversized BR Blue one on the layout. I just don't understand my reasoning sometimes. This one should well be on the layout. Something I should really kick myself up the backside for. Number 2, and this is pretty appalling. The Dapol Class 59. Never opened it. And I think we had to wait 5 or 6 years on pre-order for this. I think of 30 quid back in 2017, something like that, maybe 18, can't remember, somebody will know. It arrived here a year ago, maybe longer, can't remember. And there it is, in the box, never opened. The whole point of ordering this was to extend my layout to 1989, so I could have from mid-70s onwards BR Blue, but then go through the corporate colours and the introduction of the 59, which spelt the end for the indigenous locomotives, if you like. This would have been the very first foreign locomotive ever to run on my rails, but it hasn't as yet. It's still in there. I've never opened this, and yet we waited 6 or 7 years for it. There it is. That's the, what is it, ARC? Yeah, ARC, Amy Roadstone. And my Roadstone hoppers in Uganda are Amy Roadstone as well, and that's the whole point of the train. Right, so I'm going to now show you the embarrassingly bad worst of the worst. Still wrapped up. So the top parcel there is the recently arrived Accurascale class 31, and just over there is the Bachmann 31, so a little bit of a box size difference, and the Bachmann 31 is on the layout, and I featured that a couple of weeks ago on my new video. So that has gone straight onto the top shelf. Underneath that is the 37, which I got in BR green for some reason. I think that was so I could go backwards a bit to the early 70s and still run it with blue-grey stock, because some of these were around in the late 70s as well. I have looked inside that box. It hasn't been out of its packaging. I did look at the instructions and the booklet. Impressive, but no, not used it. And this one here, some of you are going to be aghast. At number 1 is the Accurascale Deltic Class 55. That's been there, when did they come out? 18 months, a year ago, 18 months. In fact, I seem to remember that being under the Christmas tree last year. How embarrassing. I've never opened it. It's sitting in there. I should, I guess, open it. Don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. It's in there. It's a 55. It's the name I can't pronounce. It begins with A. It's BR Blue. I've actually seen the loco when I was a kid at King's Cross. That's why I bought it. I've watched the reviews. I've watched the sound of them on YouTube. Sounds great. I really need to get myself into gear. Honourable mentions, the Hornby APT stuck in there. That's been there for a long time. That's a 7-car set. Accurascale merry-go-round hoppers, that's 18 of them there. I've got 21. I took 3 of them to Uganda a couple of months ago when I went back for a visit. I've never opened this one either, nor this one. It's all been sitting here, just piling up, and it's only recently that I've started playing trains. Accurascale Mark, what are they, 2Bs are they? Yeah, Mark 2Bs. I ordered the full rake, 6. 3 are on the layout, 3 are still in their boxes. There's 2 there. Right, so pretty slack. I'm a bit sweaty. It's 32 degrees here today. And I want to talk about that. The next video will be of the layout and how I put it together in winter and what I've done to cope with these extremes of temperature we get here. But yeah, pretty slack. What I don't understand about my thinking is how there's a new loco sitting in the box but I use an old one. Or with the Class 31, for example, the Bachmann one arrived, but I didn't open it for several weeks while I battled to get my old Hornby Class 31 going. It was only when I gave up with that, because it's been rebuilt so many times. It's in a pretty bad way, Mazak rot, seized motors. warping bogies, you name it, all those things those early Hornby 31s had. I opened the box of the Bachmann one and got that running. So, pretty appalling, pretty aghast. I mean, one of those locos, the value of that in Uganda could keep a family going for a year. That's the way I look at it sometimes. So anyway, let me know which one I should be running first, and I promise I will get it out of the box and fire it up and feature it on the layout update video, which will follow this one in a couple of weeks' time. In the meantime, I'll close with a couple of running shots, and thank you very much for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Cheers for now.